US missiles have targeted some eastern part of Syria which were used by Iranian Revolutionary Guard forces, and this is the latest that is happening in Syria, and US military forces have termed these missile attacks as a way of self-defense, and they were conducted at two facilities in eastern Syria where the Iranian IRGC, the Iranian guards, are using these facilities to support Syria's government right now. And this is also happening in the wake of, in the last 1.5 weeks, several attacks have happened on US forces present in the area, and with the latest escalation that one can witness in happening in Middle East, US is also trying to send about 900 US troops that will be deployed in CENTCOM, and they are not going to Israel, by the way. And 16 attacks that USA has faced in Iraq and Syria in the last 10 days, 10 to 15 days, has been a reason why USA is deploying another warship also in the region, sending about 900 troops, sending THAAD batteries, patriotic missiles, and other weaponries that could not only defend US forces in the region but also can provide a deterrence in the region. That is what US government has been saying. Meanwhile, the situation in Syria and in Middle East remains very fluid. There have been multiple attacks on US forces in the last few days, and in one of those attacks, about 21 US personnel were injured also. And these responses that USA have been doing, our USA side has saying that these are because of the escalation from the Iranian proxies in the region. Secretary of Defense Austin Lloyd has said that US Eisenhower and THAAD battery and additional Patriot BNS to the CENTCOM region are being readied, and this was about 4 days ago, and now USA has finally sent about 900 troops, THAAD battery missiles and Patriot missiles, and another warship in that region. And USA has said that this will bolster the US presence, strengthen their military bases in the region. It will also create a deterrence against US forces in the region, and deterring a full-scale conflict. And at the same time, it will also provide an additional support to Israel in case of need. USA had earlier last week also, USA had shot down a missile in the Red Sea which was launched from Yemen towards USA. There were certain troops who were injured. US Navy has said that Houthi rebels had launched that missile in the Red Sea, where USA tried to shoot it down. And also in the last few days, what USA has been continuously telling the world that it doesn't want the war between Israel and other nations to escalate into full-fledged conflict in the region. But at the same time, US is preparing all possibilities. Many warships have been sent into the region. High quality guided precision missiles were sent to the region, and there is a preparedness for any eventuality that US forces might see in that region. Meanwhile, Syrian war continues to go on. There are multiple factions in Syria who have been supported by many countries, including USA, Russia, Iran. We have seen USA siding along with the rebel forces. Then Russia and Iran are backing the Al-Assad regime. So there are certain geographies which is controlled by the rebel forces. Then there are certain geographies controlled by the Assad forces, and these geographies keep changing with the ongoing war. Sometimes some faction take advantage of the situation, but then there are rebel factions, and there are numerous of them. We have seen some of which they have been receiving varying degree of support from various countries present in the region. Kurdish forces, they are also one of the stronghold, and they have been backed by USA in many ways. Then there are presence of Islamic groups, ISIS as well. We have seen USA and other nations fighting against the ISIS. At peak of ISIS, it has captured swath of Iraq and Syrian land. Then there are international involvement also. Sometimes Turkey government also gets involved. We have recently seen Israeli government striking Aleppo airport. Major cities in Yemen have been attacked by these countries. So the situation in Syria always remains very fluid in the last 1 decade, at least since the launch or since the beginning of the civil war that has started in Syria. But with the latest the latest strike of US forces into that region, it will remain to be seen whether this is going ahead towards a full-fledged escalation, where the countries like Iran, Syria, Russia, and the other country present in the Middle East region could also get dragged into this conflict, or this is just a preparedness from the USA side, as it has said, and a deterrent in the region that will ensure that the wars does not escalate to a full-fledged conflict, and the situation remains where it is right now.